and flick. Oh.
You can't stop the deals, damn you. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another eShop deals video, where each and every week we go through the Nintendo Switch eShop and we pick out some of the best games currently on sale. Now if you're wondering, after that 70 game massive sizzle reel on the weekend, are there actually other games left to talk about? Well, the answer is yes. And today's video is actually going to have a minimal overlap with that huge sizzle reel, only pulling out a couple of the games that I really want to highlight to make sure they didn't get lost in that huge list. Now with that being said, just before we actually jump into our list of deals, a quick reminder in case you're new here to the channel, about halfway through the video I'll be giving away 2 $5 eShop gift cards. If you want to participate in those giveaways in future videos, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below. Then you check out the next eShop deals video to see if you won. Also, if you reach the end of the video and you're still looking for other great deals, I'll always be linking down below the latest eShop deals videos because most of those deals are still running today. Now let's not waste any more time and jump straight into those deals. Just remember, if you are liking the content, one of the best ways to help support the channel, hit that like button. So our first great deal for today is an overlap from that huge sizzle reel. However, it's such a great deal, I want to make sure you didn't miss out, and that is Death's Door. That is now 50% off, dropping to $9.99. You will have to move quickly, however, it is ending on November 2nd. Now we've talked about this game before and I've actually fully reviewed it on the channel, but it is a top-down action-adventure game, sort of using a Zelda-like formula, however with a much more challenging combat system that resembles more a Souls-like game. However, if you are ready for a little bit of challenge, this is a game that is really worth experiencing, with a great and weird world to discover, filled with side characters that regularly steal the show. On a side note, I do also want to mention this is a brand new low for the game, and it is slightly out of character for Devolver Digital to drop the price so quickly on one of its flagship games. They were maybe, however, trying to bank on the Halloween season, and this game really fitting that mold. I'm just not sure this is going to be a price we're going to see on a regular basis, or how long it's going to take for it to go even lower. Anyway, overall, just a great and amazing deal. Now next, we're going to get another one of those overlaps out of the way. The whole Darksiders Series is currently on sale, however we're going to be focusing on the first, second, and also Genesis that are now 70% off, prices ranging between $8.99 and $11.99 and running till November 3rd. Now if we start with the first 2 Darksiders games, these are 3D action adventure games, and once again they're using a Zelda-like formula, however with a much darker and grittier tone and also much more violent combat. However, everything that you would expect from a 3D Zelda game is there. Huge exploration, great worlds to discover, and a lot of puzzles to solve, with some great combat mixed in. On a personal note, my favorite entry in the series is still the first game. I really love the character of War. However, the general consensus I would say out there is that the second entry is often considered the best one. But if you're into 3D action adventure at only $9, these 2 games are a definite steal. Now if we shift over to Darksiders Genesis, this rather has a top-down view for its gameplay, and it feels more like a Diablo-style game with some puzzle thrown in. Now the gameplay here does shift around, with a much heavier focus in my opinion on the combat and a lot less on the puzzles. On a positive note, however, this is the only entry in the series that you actually control 2 separate characters that you can swap at any time, or that has local and online co-op available if you want to play with a friend. And at its brand new low price of only $11.99, it is another amazing pickup. Now our next entry is another series that is on sale, with both of the Yooka entries being at their lowest ever prices of $5.99, so that's Yooka and also Yooka and the Impossible Lair, and on top of it they'll be running till November 17th. Now, although both these games are part of the same series and feature the same characters, they actually have 2 really different playstyles. Now the first Yooka game resembles a lot a Banjo-Kazooie-like adventure, and it was actually developed by the same team that worked on that original entry. Now as far as 3D collectathons go on the Nintendo Switch, the first Yooka entry is still in my opinion one of the best games out there, with great smooth gameplay, innovative level designs, and overall just a really fun time. And when you're picking it up for only $6, it's a total no-brainer. Now on the other hand, the second entry in the series, Yooka and the Impossible Lair, rather resembles very closely a Donkey Kong Country style of game. And once again, if you know the history of the developer, it is the same team that actually worked on that original series once again. And I've got to say, it really shows, with gameplay that really rivals some first-party titles out there, featuring some great level designs and really fun gameplay. On top of it, a very challenging end level. And as I said for the previous entry in the series, when you're picking all this up for only $6, it's a total steal. Now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Nugget Human Person, who said, LOL, that intro. Well, I'm really glad you found that intro funny. As I said the other times people mentioned it, I really love making them. It's really just a ton of fun. And our second winner for today is going to be Real Z's Cuts, who said, budget game is a win. And I think you're definitely right on that one, Real Z's. And you know, it is great that for under $5, we can find some really amazing games on the Nintendo Switch. So now all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift card is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below. So now jumping straight back into our deals, we have Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion hitting a brand new low of 60% off, only $5.99, and will be running till November 10th. So here again, we have a top-down action-adventure game that, yes, once again, is using a Zelda-like formula. However, this time it's focusing rather on a retro style of gameplay. And I think what I loved most about this game is how the whole storyline is injected with tons of sarcasm and some really great humoristic moments. Mixed to that, some pretty solid retro-styled gameplay, a really nice soundtrack, and some really fun puzzles to solve, and this game really hits all the right notes. The only thing that I could say negatively about this game is it's over too quickly, with most experienced players probably knocking it out in about 3 or 4 hours. However, it was a game that was fun enough that I've now played through it on 3 different occasions. There is also some replayability here, because once you finish the main campaign, there is an endless challenge mode that you can participate in. However, it is much more combat focused and puzzle focused, so not everyone will dive into that. Still, in my opinion, at only $5.99, this is definitely a worthy experience. Now, our next great deal for today will be on Retro City Rampage, that is now 50% off, a brand new low for the game, only $7.49, and will be running till November 10th. On top of it, this game will be my pick of the week. Now, first of all, this game is trying to emulate the style of an old school Grand Theft Auto game, however done with an 8-bit art style. And in reality, if you've ever played Shakedown Hawaii, it's actually done by the same developer. However, just like in Shakedown Hawaii, don't be fooled by the retro style graphics here. The gameplay actually goes much deeper than most retro style games would have ever gone. And you've really got hours of great gameplay to enjoy here, all backed up by an absolutely amazing chiptune soundtrack. And I've got to tell you guys right now, if you're on the fence about this deal, pick it up. The reason why, this game before today has not been on sale since 2018. So when we talk about games that never go on sale, Retro City Rampage really fits the bill. And by the way, although I'm not featuring it in today's video, Shakedown Hawaii is on sale at the same time, so if you want the same style of experience, however done in a 16-bit art style, you can also pick that one up right now for $9.99. But either way, if you're a fan of the retro GTA style, you will love both these games. Now, our next deal for today is our last overlap from that huge weekend Sizzle reel, and that is Blue Fire at a brand new low of 60% off, $7.99, and once again, this one will be running till November 10th. Now, this game is a 3D action-adventure platformer, on top of it with a combat system that is Souls-inspired. Now, first of all, this is also a game that I fully reviewed on the channel, and I'll be linking that down below. Secondly, I'm going to begin this with the warning, this is a very challenging game. And even if the combat is challenging, what is most challenging here are the crazy platforming sections. I mean, this game is even filled with side challenges that will test those platforming abilities to their highest point. However, if you are up for the challenge, you will find an extremely satisfying and rewarding game here. And personally, it has an art style that I just immediately fell in love with and a great world to discover. Not only that, but this is a game that received a ton of love after its release, where it did have a few bugs that have pretty much all been patched out, but not only that, it's received free DLC on more than one occasion. I mean, a lot of people equated this game to almost like a 3D Hollow Knight. And I think being compared to that other game is one of the highest praises you can get. So at its brand new low of only $7.99, I really wanted to make sure this game did not get lost in that huge sizzle reel, because it really is another amazing pick for this week. So now it's time for today's sizzle reel of deals with some other great games to consider for this week. So we're now at the end of today's eShop Deals video, and I really want to hear from all of you. Let me know what games you're picking up in the comments down below. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel supporters. Their monthly support is just so appreciated, and you can always check out all their names on the end screen of the video. And don't forget on the way out that if you did like the content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on that notification bell. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.